Well, we're here in the wild, wild west of Galway where the 2013 Tarmac Rally Championship kicks off with the Safety Direct Galway International Rally. Now, we've already taken a look back at the main field contenders, but today we will take a look at the nationals, the juniors and the historics. Chris, everyone's commented that you are the new kid on the block. You've really proven yourself in the events towards the latter end of last year.
We had a few good results, but it's a new year, a new start, and hopefully we just want to get a good finish this weekend and bring it home safe. I'm going.
You've had a taste of the competition in your class already, of course, so who will you be looking out for this weekend?
There's good competition out this weekend with Howlett and Paddy Kieran and Eamon Dervin. They'll all be going hard, so just try and keep thereabouts.
A lot of local names amongst that mix as well, so does that upset you a bit?
The local men always go well, so we'll have to try and upset them a bit, keep them on their toes.
Fergus, you've put in the miles for this event this weekend already.
That's right, yeah, we travelled up from Kerry. It's the first time in Galway, so we're here to see the stone walls and the slippy lanes, a bit different than Moll's Gap, so it'll be all new to us.
Yes, it is going to prove to be a challenging event today.
Yeah, the first two stages are very tricky, a lot of mud on carried out in the recce. It's just to get through those, and the third one is a lovely stage, so it'll be hard to pick a tyre.
For Tom Flaherty and Patrick Curley, it would be the ideal start in the National Rally, leading after stage 2 by almost 7 seconds. This despite not feeling the speed was quite there on the second stage.
After the first stage we were leading by 14 seconds, but we were like grannies through that stage there now. It was very slippy, so we'll see how it goes, get into service.
Luckily everyone's in the same boat on that last stage.
Exactly, yeah, it's slippy for everyone.
A good start too for Jim McKenna and Thomas Traynor as they start the day in 5th place, moving up into 2nd at the end of stage 2, just 7 seconds off the lead. Paddy Kiernan and James McCarville make up one of a number of crews that are capable of a win this weekend. But for now it would be 3rd place, only by the smallest of margins though, just 0.6 seconds down on McKenna and leading class 13-2.
And a 2 left over crest, don't cut past the wall. Watch it, 2 left, don't cut past the wall, 130, go. Go now, 130. Crest 100, turn slippy, square right. Watch it, get your braking. Don't cut it either. 40. 40. Right. Absolute crest 370. Absolute crest 370. Go, go, go. Absolute crest, okay, 200.
First of the non-escorts in the top of the national results would be the Evo of Stephen McCann and Lisa O'Dowd. They move up a few places on stage 2 and head up class 15 in 4th overall. No problems for 5th place Stephen Heron and Jeff Case, but they did manage a better time on the opening stage, dropping 3 places into that 5th spot on stage 2. They still remain a class lead though. The conditions would prove difficult for Fergus O'Mara and Diarmuid Lynch. Stage 1 would go well, but the second stage would be a little more difficult. Unable to carry the speed they would have been used to, it would be a slippery drop down to 6th place. So Fergus, we spoke to you briefly this morning, an event you were looking forward to. First time in Galway, how's it gone so far?
Well, it's a bit different, as I say, to Moll's Gap. There's a lot of muck and gutter out here. You just can't... you can't really carry the speed that you normally could carry through the corners, but it's fun, I suppose. A lot of power behind in these Mark IIs, so it's trying to keep them straight is the problem.
The conditions would be no easier for the first of the front-wheel drive crews either, with Cal McCarthy and William Lynch taking up 7th place and leading the class in the Honda Civic. For Seamus Conley and Gary McCrudden, it would be a result in itself to get through the first few stages. A scary off-road moment on the first stage was the first of a number of close calls, but for now it would be 8th overall and 2nd in the class.
There's 200, there's your 5 right now, 5 right, watch your braking. 150 out of it, Seamus. 150 in the square left slippy, have him on her, Seamus. Yeah. In the flat crest out of this. Flat crest 170 into a square right at the lane. And flat crest, watch it, slippy. Go, go, go. That's it, 250.
A good start for Tom Curley and Jason Ollernshaw as they gained 4 places on their stage one time, lying in 9th now and 1st in Class 20. And rounding out the top 10 in the Nationals were Jonathan Folan and Jerem Myers. Their 10th place sees them 2nd in Class 16 too. Elsewhere in the class battles, it would be Jean Callan and Sean Brunton that lead Class 9, despite struggling with the gravel being dragged onto the stages by the cars in front. This leaves Noel O'Sullivan and Nicholas Burke 2nd in Class 9, almost a minute off the class lead, but a good lead themselves over 3rd. No problems for Con Mulcahy and Jonathan Keane as they lead Class 10 in the Vauxhall Nova, just 31 seconds ahead of the Mark II Escort of Declan Ford and Ronan Lally, who were finding the conditions very slippery in the rear-wheel drive car. Just 13 seconds separated the top of Class 12, with Vincent Collins and Fintan Kilroe leading the way, leaving Tommy Flanagan and Sean Burke 2nd in Class 12 at this stage. With Paddy Kiernan leading Class 13 in 3rd overall, it would be 2nd for Chris Armstrong and Martin Brady, not helped by this overshoot on stage 1, costing the pair over 30 seconds. So with just 2 stages down, this is how the national leaderboard looks. In the junior rally, it would be an ideal start for Darren O'Brien and Gary Kiernan, setting times on the opening stages that would have seen them up in 2nd place of the national rally.
81 left, 1 left and a 1 right over bump, 150 and the 3 left over crest here on the top, 60 go out of it, 3 left over crest, 60, no right on crest bump, okay, 170, 1 left and a 1 right, 100 and take care.
So for Richard Moore and Paul Toomney, it would be 2nd place, almost 45 seconds down on the junior rally leaders, but themselves with a lead of over a minute to 3rd place. 3rd at this stage would belong to Kenneth Quirk and Seamus Skinner. Justin Ryan and Gary Collins wouldn't take any risks, and they lie 24 seconds outside the podium places in 4th. While Stephen Fawn and Fimber Halligan round out the junior runners in 5th place. In the historics, it would be the escort of Wesley Patterson and Martin McGarrity that sits out in front with a good 41-second lead after stage 2. For Drew Wiley and Dean Beckett, it would be 2nd place, struggling a little with the rear-wheel drive in these slippery conditions. First of the non-escorts in the historics would belong to James O'Mahony and Kerry Barry in the Volvo. They don't enjoy the stages this morning, but they lie just 20 seconds back from Wiley in 3rd place now. For Ray Cunningham and Adrian Cusack, it was close too. Just 4 seconds separated them from the Volvo ahead. Quite a difference in the size of the cars, but certainly not much difference in the times. And rounding out the top of the historics in 5th at this stage would be John Spires and Suzanne Needrum in the Porsche. There wouldn't be any change in the top of the national result over the next few stages, as Tom Flaherty and Patrick Curley maintained the lead, but that wasn't without their own problems. Cosmetic damage to the back of the car from a brush with the scenery on stage 3. It would be a change for Paddy Kiernan and James McCarville though, as they move up a place into 2nd now, still leading Class 13 in the process.
Go 40 into a 1 left over jump, 1 left over room, keep straight, 130, keep straight, 130, 130, into a 2 left here, 100, go on, go, 100, crest 40 into a 2 right, 130, crest 40 into a 2 right, 130, right, chair tightens, 3 right into a 4 right at the sign, 3 right tightens into a 4 right at the sign and chicane, right at and chicane.
A good run over this loop of stages for Fergus O'Mara and Diarmuid Lynch see them jump 3 places into third, the pair going so well they were catching the cars on the stages. Change in the leading 4-wheel drive car now as Stephen Heron and Jeff Case move up a place into 4th, leading class 16. This loop of stages would be kind to Chris Armstrong and Martin Brady. They make up time from their overshoot on stage 1 and climb up 8 places into 5th overall, but the limit was almost reached again on a number of occasions in the stages. Only a handful of seconds separated the crews around the middle of the results, with Jim McKenna and Thomas Traynor just 1.4 seconds behind Armstrong, but that was little consolation for the drop down from 2nd overall for the pair. For Rodney Wilton and Stephen Hagan, it would be a good move on these stages as they jump up 5 places to end this loop in 7th. Unfortunately, we lose Seamus Conley and Gary McCrudden as they crash out on this stage, almost taking our cameraman with them. Things were starting to look up for David Armstrong and Damien Fleming as they overcome early stage intercom problems and wrong tyre choice to move back up 3 places into 8th. For Cal McCarthy and William Lynch, however, it would be a drop down 2 places. They do still hold the Class 11 lead though, in that 9th place. And rounding out the top 10, it would be up 6 places for Pat and Jonathan Kelly as they lie 2nd in Class 16. In the classes, it would be a good lead in Class 9 for Gene Callan and Sean Brunton in the Escort. Noel O'Sullivan and Nicholas Burke lie 2nd in Class 9, just less than a minute back from the class leaders. Con Mulcahy and Jonathan Keane in the Vauxhall Nova lead the way in Class 10, while Declan Ford and Ronan Lally chase them down just 25 seconds off the pace of the Class 10 leaders. Problems for Stephen McCann and Lisa O'Dowd dropped them from the top 10 and down into 16th place, but they remain in command of Class 15. With their closest rivals, Justin Comer and Adrian Comer, almost 3 minutes back from the lead, 2nd in Class 15. Class 20 would have opened up just a bigger gap at the top, with Tom Curley and Jason Ollernshaw leading after this loop of stages by almost 4 minutes from the Evo of Ronan Kneavy and David Burke. Just 3 stages to go, and a reminder of how the national leaderboard is shaping up. One man definitely battling the elements this weekend is the national leader, Tom Flaherty. Can he remain at the top of the table? Join us in part 2 for more action from the Galway International Rally. Tom, despite the difficult conditions, you do hold on to the lead at the moment in the class?
Yeah, I think it's down to about 4 seconds now. Young Kieran is taking a lot of time, was there in that last stage, so we'll see how it goes now after this.
It was all going to plan, definitely, until you caught those 2 cars.
Yeah, I suppose it was unfortunate that we caught them. The guys in front couldn't do anything about it. There was narrow, mucky, and we had to stay back because the spray back into us was just tremendous. It was just like going through a dirty shower, I suppose, you know. And we lost maybe 4 seconds, 5 seconds on one, and then another couple on the other one. So,
on to the final results in the National Rally now, and we start with a look at the class winners. In Class 9, it would be Gene Callan and Sean Brunton that maintained the lead going into the end of the event to take the win. Con Mulcahy and Jonathan Keane win Class 10, leading the way as they had done this afternoon in the Nova. For Tommy Flanagan and Sean Burke, it would be a Class 12 win in the Escort. It would be a Class 13 win for Eamon Dervin and Greg Kennedy in the Escort with their 13th overall. 10th overall would belong to Jason McSweeney and Dennis O'Mahony. They move up 1 place in this final stage and also claim the Class 11 win. Unfortunately, these stages see us lose Cal McCarthy and William Lynch as they retire the Civic in Stage 6. For Tom Curley and Jason Ollernshaw, it would be a great last leg They move up 6 places to squeeze themselves inside the top 10 in a very credible 9th overall, also winning Class 20 in the process. 8th would be a good comeback for Stephen McCann and Lisa O'Dowd as they move up 8 places to get themselves back into the top 10, all the while though never letting go of that Class 15 lead. This loop sees us lose Rodney Wilton and Stephen Hagan from the results as they don't make it to the Ballinasloe finish ramp. So it would be a step up to 7th for David Armstrong and Damien Fleming. They take advantage of the loss of Wilton from that place and claim it as their own in the dying stages. It would be a few last minute places gained too for Pat and Jonathan Kelly as they jump up 4 places to end the event in 6th. Unfortunately, these final stages see us lose Chris Armstrong and Martin Brady as they crash out of 5th place.
And 3 left long now, and fast 3 right, 150 up the middle, 1 left over bad bump, and deceptive 3 right, tightens long, bad corner, 3 right, tightens long at the wall, tightens long, 100, square left at the house, don't cut, square left, 130, small crest into square right of the pole, very slippy.
This means it's 5th place for Jim McKenna and Thomas Traynor as they take that place vacated by Armstrong and also the Class 14 too. For Stephen Heron and Jeff Case there would be no change, keeping hold of that 4th place and taking the Class 16 win. A small mistake for Tom Flaherty and Patrick Curley would unfortunately push them down into 3rd overall. In the lead of the event for most of the day, this was an unfortunate end to a good run here in Galway. This did mean it would be a step up to 2nd for Fergus O'Mara and Diarmuid Lynch though. They move up a place to end the event in the runner-up position, just 1 second ahead of 3rd place Flaherty. So that means that with some committed driving, it would be a win for Paddy Kiernan and James McCarville. They step up to the lead in the final stages and take the win by 19 seconds after 8 stages of competition.
Don't cut it. 350 turn square left. 350 turn square left. Very slippy, Paddy. 350 turn square left. Watch it. Get your braking, please. 150 out of it. Right, 150. And then you've right on crest at the end. Only 20. Only 20 turn square right. Only 20 turn square right. Only 20 turn square right. And 3 left through the finish. 3 left through the finish. Go, 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 go. Young Kiernan, I hope we don't play. I hope so too, boy.
Paddy, leaving that final service today, Tom O'Flaherty had the lead, just 4 seconds. You weren't going to let him away with it.
No, geez, I was sure it wasn't going to get it at all, but I would like to get finished, so we all.
Did you find it a challenging drive today?
Oh, it was. It's only my second time out in that car, so it was great to get the win, so I'm happy.
Where would you like to take it this year, 2013 season? What's for you?
Going to do the Boulder National Championship, so hopefully, and yeah, the money doesn't run out.
So here's a reminder of how the National Rally was decided. So in the second half of the junior rally it would be all change at the top, with Justin Ryan and Gary Collins moving up a place to claim 3rd at the end of the event. Kenneth Quirk and Seamus Skinner also move up a place in the second half of the day. The reason for the move up in the order is the retirement of this morning's junior rally leaders, Darren O'Brien and Gary Kiernan, as they go out with gearbox problems. So that leaves it to Richard Moore and Paul Toomney to pick up the pieces and take the win in the junior category, a win of 3 minutes at the end of the event. Richard and Paul are winners in the juniors section. Congratulations. It was a win by 3 minutes, so was it a cruise to the finish today?
Well, at the start though we had Darren O'Brien, which was setting very good times. Like he had a better time than the first national on stage 2, and he just had problems with the gearbox, and then that was it really. sail to the finish after that when I see him pulled in.
There would be a dramatic finish to the Historics this weekend as we lose the leading 2 escorts in short succession, Drew Wiley having dropped down the running in an earlier stage before retiring close to the end of the event, and Wesley Patterson following suit, dropping out of the event on the final stage. So this all means a change to the podium places, and taking third at the end of the event would be John Spires and Suzanne Needram in the Porsche. Ray Cunningham and Adrian Cusack take advantage of the retirements ahead to claim second place in the Historics this weekend. But it's a win for the surprised Volvo crew of James O'Mahony and Kerry Barry as they jump up into that lead spot in the final stage and take a win of over 30 seconds. Well, congratulations, taking victory in the Historics. Is it a result that you expected today, or was it a total surprise?
Wouldn't have expected it, to be honest, because of the Appendix K cars. There were 2 BDAs in front of us, and they were very, very quick compared to us. But we're very happy with, putting the stages together the way we did. They were just almost perfect. I hate saying that, but we just had a lovely, lovely event, and the 2 BDAs got into trouble of some kind, and sure, we were there and picked it up, and we couldn't ask for more. But I'm rallying now 30 odd years, and it's only in the last 6 months I've teamed up with Kerry, and her note calling and her enthusiasm is what's made the car go so much faster. I have to say that.
Kerry, I'm sure you didn't get a chance to rest today, but this success tastes sweet, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm really delighted. Yeah, and again to Ray Cunningham again, we just managed to just barely keep him off again. He's only 30 seconds behind us, so we're really, really pleased again. So poor old Ray, yeah.
David, it's pretty evident from the lineup of World Rally cars that we have here this weekend that the sport is definitely strong, and what a start, and a positive start to the 2013 season.
Absolutely. I stood at one of the service areas and they were all coming in. I said, I haven't seen 8, 9, possibly 10 World Rally cars sitting in a line in the first round of this championship. We've 60 registrations, but more to the point, the first 10 are all registered. And does that not tell you something where this championship's going?
Yes, the rest of the clubs this year will have a lot to live up to.
Yes, certainly. Well, Galway, full credit to them. I mean, they got the entries. The championship only picks up what they have done. They've done it very well, and the rest of the clubs have to make sure they get these guys out again. But if they get them out again, what a season is going to be with all these World Rally cars. Because 2-3 years ago, people were talking about they're gone. They're not gone.
That's it for the roundup of the 2013 Galway International Rally, and many of the national drivers braved those elements, but some definitely fell foul to them. Let's catch up with some of that action in the highlights.
Take me upstairs, they'll take me outside. I'll be gone west with nowhere to hide. Took me upstairs, they took me outside.